번째 게임은 설탕 뽑기입니다. 선택하신 모양은 여러분이 뽑아야 할 모양입니다.
좋겠다.
제한 시간은 10분입니다. 10분 안에 주어진 모양을 깨끗이 잘라내면 선택의 시간이 끝났습니다. 이제 게임을 공개하겠습니다. 참가자 여러분은 앞에 있는 케이스를 하나씩 가져가세요. 참가자 여러분은 앞에 있는 케이스를 하나씩 가져가세요.
The lady numbered 447 on the left has her hands on her hips. This is an assertive gesture and shows confidence and determination. She's a confident person who is eager to get on with the challenge. She has fears naturally, but she's the type of person who likes to take things head on. However, the woman on the right, I can't see a number, has her arms folded. This is a self-soothing, pacifying behavior, and it's common with people who feel insecure. It's a perfectly normal gesture and shows that they're feeling a lack of confidence, and are maybe nervous about something.
이제 케이스를 열어 안을 확인해 주세요.
Sorry to interrupt, but if you are enjoying the video, please consider hitting that subscribe button, as it really does help the channel out. Thanks. So this guy knows the challenge, which is obviously why he smiles, but he's also got his mouth open. When our brains prepare us to meet a stressor or threat, it gets us to open our mouths, increasing the flow of oxygen to the brain and to the body. This actually improves the chances of survival should we get into a fight, as we basically have more energy to work with. It's why he has his mouth open, so although he knows what the challenge is, he still feels threatened. Oh-il-nam tenses his brow, which is a natural sign of confusion, and then, like the guy before, opens his mouth to fill his brain and body with oxygen. I don't want to give away spoilers, but this isn't entirely accurate for a reason very obvious to those who've seen the whole series. However, could just be the dementia. This is very interesting here. Han Minato, naturally annoyed at choosing the difficult shape, throws the lid onto the floor and tenses her teeth. This is called bruxism and is a reaction to a stressor. It's basically our way of releasing the anger and stress, and is when we grind our teeth together. If you're a high-stress person, you might find you suffer from toothache, probably because you're biting down as a response to stress. The interesting thing is how far she goes back to keeping a calm face. She is super self-conscious and doesn't want others to perceive her as weak. She instantly snaps back into an almost smile, and I think that shows very much what her character's like. Weak people would have been pushed out of groups back in caveman times and left to die, which is why we've evolved to actually avoid the appearance of weakness. Jang Dok-soo looks up, a distancing behavior, basically the way our brain tries to get away from a stressor, and then pacifies by exhaling strongly. This is the way our brain, using the limbic system, tries to calm us down when we face a stressor. It's very realistic acting.
동그라미?
두 번째 게임은 설탕 뽑기입니다. 선택하신 모양은 여러분이 뽑아야 할 모양입니다.
좋겠다.
제한 시간은 10분입니다. 10분 안에 주어진 모양을 깨끗이 잘라내면 통과입니다. 그럼 시작합니다.
Cho Sang-woo exhales, which is another example of the previously mentioned pacifying behavior. Beautiful acting here. Seong-jae distances from the honeycomb by looking away from it. He tries to put his hands by his side, but slowly reaches it back up as he comes to terms with what he'll have to do. Cho Sang-woo looks at him at this point. He's looking because he wants his friend to die early on so that he doesn't have to kill him later. It's very sad, but there can only be one winner, and he knows it. It's why he told the group to split up so that most, if not all, would die, making it morally easier for him. Obviously they don't, and he has to take other measures to win. I want to tell you how hard this challenge actually is, and how it's nearly impossible to replicate with acting. When faced with a stressor, or in other words a life or death situation, our brain rushes our body full of adrenaline, powering it to fight. This causes extreme shaking as movement helps us react quicker and reduces the chance of us getting grabbed. If this were absolutely accurate, you would see a lot more shaking. Cho Sang-woo pacifies again when he exhales, which is very accurate, and also does rapid eye movement. Our brain makes us do this to try and take in as much information as possible, thus improving the chances of survival.
한 번만 제발 한 번만 더.
So this poor dude slowly looks up at one of the guards. His sympathetic nervous system, which is the part of the brain that chooses our response to a stressor, selects the freeze response. This makes us unable to move as we try and process the situation. We don't move as movement is the easiest way for a potential predator or threat to see us, and thus we don't move at all, keeping ourselves hidden. Again, he has his mouth open. He's trying to fill his body with oxygen in order to fight or run should his sympathetic nervous system decide to go into that response. But hey, at least he got to go on the slide, no one else did.
잘못했어. 저 살려주세요. 살려주세요.
Again, this woman is doing the same thing as before. She does rapid head movement. Her body is shaking. She's trying desperately to take in information to make better survival decisions. Everyone is naturally trembling and also wasting time looking at what's going on. Their best bet is to actually control their breathing, reducing their heart rates and thus the shaking of the hands. That's what's getting them killed here. We evolved to shake to protect us in a fight, and ironically it's now a hindrance. If I were there, I would get into the corner and face it. Then I would take a good minute focusing on controlling my breathing and pacifying to calm myself down. There's no point in dying before the timer runs out. Seong-jae is exhaling rapidly, which is a pacifying behavior. He's trying rapidly to get the oxygen he needs, but also to calm himself down. Also, the guards are wearing thick masks, and they don't seem to take time to check much. If you break it, you can always try and pretend that you did it successfully by holding your finger over the broken bit and making your way to the exit. Confident body language is key, and they might just let you through. Be sure to eat it after they let you go so that they have no way of checking. It's amazing how many places you can break into by putting on a high-vis jacket and looking confident with your body language. Believe me, I've done it. Again, Jack Dok-soo is pressing his teeth together. He's incredibly stressed and is trying to release that stress by doing this. His face is also tense, which is the way we try and counteract the shaking of the muscles. His best bet is to try and calm himself down before he makes a mistake. He then keeps looking at the people getting shot. This is to get more information on the situation to improve the chances of survival, but he really should be focusing on what he's doing.
성공. 67번 성공.
111 then pacifies and touches his glasses. He then exhales again after he passed. These are all really realistic and well acted non-verbal cues and make this scene so tense. The acting from all the main cast really does reveal a bunch about the characters, like Han Min-yu putting on a confident face, or Cho Sang-woo looking to see if his friend will die so that he doesn't have to kill him later on. It's really interesting to see, and the Squid Game is one of the best shows that I've actually seen. It's pretty much perfect in every way, and the acting really helps this. So thank you so much for watching this video, guys. If you did enjoy it, please be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.